fascinating piece on Reagan.com, the PR website, about Coca-Cola's attempt to kill the press release.
Oh, that's a good one. How'd they do that?
This is, well, they're not killing the press release per se, but they are trying to get their internal people to not think about press releases when thinking about, they're talking brand journalism. And so they have project that's been underway for a year now called Coca-Cola Journey, and it is practicing brand journalism. Over the course of the past year, they've learned some lessons, and these are the lessons that they've learned according to this article. They use your website. Obviously, that should be obvious, but it isn't always obvious. Their website was very ugly, but it got a lot of traffic. Imagine, I mean, it's Coca-Cola, it's got a brand name, it's got a lot of traffic, so you got to use what you've got, and if you've got a huge asset full out of traffic, you got to use it. They remade the magazine instead of into a corporate presence into a magazine, and they created a newsroom using actual journalists to design the newsroom, run the operation like a newsroom.
I have friends who write for them, and they're
morning editorial meeting. Yeah. Morning editorial readings. The goal is to reduce press releases by half, Coca-Cola's press releases by half in 2014, and entirely by 2015. So they're challenging their PR people to look beyond press releases, toolkits, launch packages, and ask questions like, what is a 2-minute, really high-quality video that somebody would really want to share? How do I package an announcement so that people who don't work for Coke would want to share it and read it, right? So that's really thinking outside of the box as far as corporations are concerned. They tell stories on their career page. So instead of having featuring job openings and applications, they tell the story of someone who landed their dream job at Coca-Cola, right? So they're using journalistic techniques. Use emotions. They're using visuals, infographics. They've got a real liberal reuse policy for their infographic. The site is mobile optimized, and they use analytics to drive their editorial decisions. So a really good case study of take a look at what they're doing to figure out how companies need to become content.
Well, they've come a long way, because back in the day of the Coke and Mentos experiments, Coca-Cola that's when, was it Diet Coke that you could make the Mentos explode and make fountains and everything? And Coca-Cola's marketing people said, we don't want people to play with Coke, we want them to drink it. And they completely, ignored these people who went on to get millions and millions of views, and Mentos took it and ran with it, and I think it really helped their brand. So Coke learned some lessons the hard way by some pretty public failures. So this is wonderful to see. I mean, it's taken a very long time for this to happen, but it is evolving. And Pepsi is another brand that I believe has done an extraordinary job on the internet, only in their case from the beginning, because they had a community for teenagers back in the mid-90s, and they've done some really extraordinary experiments over the years. So, who would think that it would be soda companies that would lead the way, but some of them. So we have an announcement to make, don't we?
Yes, we do. We have a new website. Finally, we have a place on the actual web, BeyondSocialMediaShow.com. So you can go there, and we'll reference that throughout all our podcasts now. We'll have show notes. We'll have the video archives of each show and links to all the stuff that we talked about on the show notes, and occasional posts throughout the week as well. So you can find us at BeyondSocialMediaShow.com.
And I just want to do one little quick thing for us. Our show was named one of the top 7 social marketing podcasts by Larry Chase last week. Thank you so much, Larry.
Thank you.
And we're really proud to be on a list with the stellar company that he put us in.
It was a really good list, too, yeah.
It was. Yeah, we'll post that as well. And so come to our YouTube channel, Beyond Social Media Show, and subscribe, and come to our new blog, Beyond Social Media, is it BeyondSocialMediaShow.com and .com. And I'm BL Achman. You'll find me on Twitter at What's Next and at What's Next blog. And David Erickson, you will find him. Tell us where, Dave. Where will we find him?
At e-strategyblog.com and eStrategy.tv, and on Twitter at D Erickson.
And we want to wish you all a really wonderful holiday and a wonderful time with your family. And we'll see you all next week. Thanks for watching.